Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I haven't made a video in quite a while, but today I'm going to be showing you how to create your own FiveM script using Lua. Um, if you've done coding before, so if you're already a script developer, then you're going to know most of this video. If you're a first timer, then this video is going to be great for you because you can learn Lua and learn how to create a script, which is pretty cool. And then later on, eventually, if you want to make your own development or modification server where you can sell these scripts, go for it. So first things first, you're going to navigate to your server files. Mine are on my desktop right here. We're going to click TX Data, FiveM Basic Server CFX Default, and then Resources. Inside this Resources folder, you're going to right click, New, and Folder. And I'm going to create a new folder called Scripts. This scripts folder is where you're going to put all your scripts in your server, just to make it a little bit more neat. Inside here, this is where you put your scripts. You can rename your scripts, so it's nice and easy to navigate around, and it just looks nicer. So this is where we're going to make our scripts. In here, I'm just going to call this, I don't know, tutorial. This is going to be where all of the config of the script will be. So inside this folder, we're going to go again, and we're going to left click, new text document, and we're going to call it fx manifest. Instead of .txt, we're going to put .lua. The fx manifest is pretty much needed for any FiveM resource. It just tells the FiveM API that everything inside this file is a resource and needs to be loaded into the game. Inside here, so we're going to open this up, open up in Notepad++, whatever you'd like. Inside here, we're going to type our fx version, so fx_version, and we're going to do cerulean. I'm not quite sure what that means, to be fair. But yeah, once you've done that, we're going to do our game version, which is game GTA 5. This line basically tells the API what to load. It can either be FiveM, so GTA for FiveM, or RedM, so Red Dead. Then we're going to go down 2 spaces to line number 4, and we're going to type shared_scripts, and like so. In here, I'm going to create an indent, and we're going to type at ox_lib/init.lua, and close that. So this will load all functions related to oxlib. Make sure to add a comma as well, otherwise your script will not work. Click enter again. You should already have an indent, and you're going to write config, if I can spell, config.shared.lua. We will create all of these files later on in the video, so make sure to keep watching, and we'll get to that point. And we don't need a comma for this one. We're going to click enter, and we're going to close that. Next, I'm going to click enter twice and go to the start of the line. I'm going to create a client_scripts and open that bracket. Click enter, indent, so tab, and we're going to type config/client.lua, like so. Enter again, and we're going to type client/client.lua, like that. Make sure you've got a comma on the end of them, otherwise the script won't work. And once it's done this bit, it won't be able to move on to this part of the script. And then we're going to close that with a bracket. Next, go down to another 2 lines onto line 14. Not quite sure if it's line 14 for you. Doesn't really matter. And we're going to call this one server_scripts. Open bracket and enter. And then tab to create an indent. And we're going to call this one config/client.lua, comma, enter. And this one is going to be server/server.lua, like so. So this line here is just the same thing as config/client.lua, but it's just config/client.lua. I think that's, yeah, I've done that right. Okay, and then we're going to go down another 2 lines to line 19. Make sure we're at the start of the line, and we're going to type in Lua 5.4, and yes. So doing this, it will allow more operators like equals, plus, minus, etc. for your server. And then on line 20, final line for our FX manifest, we're going to type use underscore fxv2 underscore oal space yes. And Control S to save that, or file and save. Once we've done that, we're going to copy the name of our scripts resource. So you can either do it one way or the other. I'll show you this way first. We're just going to copy the name of this, and we're going to navigate to our server.cfg. And in here, we've already got scripts file. You can either do ensure and your script name, or if you go back to your files, go back to your resources, and we can do our scripts file here, like that. This just makes it a little bit more neater. However, if you want to see every script individually in your config, then this is probably the way to go. Control S to save that, or file and save it again. And then next, we're going to go back to our tutorial, or wherever your script has been saved. Right click, new, text document, and we're going to call this one client.lua, like that. Yes, and we're going to open this. This is essentially the output of your script. So my script, I'm just going to do a nice simple IPP script. So if someone's not quite sure on their IPP and they're new to a UK server, which is what this server is, then they can do /IPP in chat, and this will appear. So we're going to do register command, and this is your command name. So my one's going to be IPP. So in chat, if you just do /IPP, it will appear. Comma and function. Open and then close brackets. Enter, indent, so tab, and we're going to type in print. And this is essentially the output. So for my IPP, we're going to go location and direction, vehicle details, speed, vehicle density, pedestrian density, road conditions, weather conditions, visibility, DRA, driver, classification, and police vehicle. And close that like so. Once you've done that, you're going to type end, comma, false, and another bracket. Once you've done that, Control S to save, or file and save, and close that down. Now we're going to add our server and our config files. So when you do create your own script and you want to configure it and edit it to your liking, you can do it like so. I'm not going to show you how to edit this. I'm just going to create blank ones. It won't affect the script. It's just a more basic version of the script. So I'm going to call this one config.lua. Yes, and a new text document called server.lua. That is essentially how you make your own FiveM script. Like I said at the start of the video, once you get a little bit better and more advanced, and you can make more advanced scripts for your server and become your own developer, sell your products, whatever you like to do, Um, I'd just like to mention a new UK vMenu, serious roleplay, or semi-serious roleplay even. Greater London RP. I'll put a Discord link in the description. Great server, great staff, and would highly recommend if you're looking for a new UK server or just a new roleplay server in general on FiveM. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss any uploads. And I'll see you in the next one.